All right, you're still watching TVC Breakfast. Now, like I said, there's definitely a lot to talk about this morning, and we will be looking into the Oshu case. We'll speak about it in the newspaper review. We're already talking about it, but we're going to go more into it as my guest will join us. Yes, politics in Oshu State is drawing fresh attention following the All Progressive Congress governorship primary, which concluded with a consensus outcome. Now, the party announced Biodun Oyebanji as its consensus candidate, and decision that has triggered conversations within party ranks among political observers. Now, this morning we will unpack the dynamics behind that decision, why a consensus was adopted, and what it reveals about internal party negotiations. We'll also explore the wider political implications for the APC in Oshu State as preparations towards the governorship race continues. Now, joining us in the studio for this conversation is APC Oshu's governorship aspirant, Harrietta Oralusi. Good morning, sir. You're not new to us. Good morning. Nice to have you on the show again. But there's a lot to talk about this morning. You know, a lot has happened, and we're just happy we have you here to unpack this. Okay. But let's just start with this quickly. A lot of people are confused as to what really happened, you know, in that primaries for, the governorship for Oshu. I just really want to start with that. Then I want to ask you, you know, categorically, I'm putting it to you, do you think that Biodun Oyebanji is the right choice?
Yes, why not? Yes, I mean, the decision was based on, I was initially upset with the whole process. And not because against Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, no. It's based on the party process, you know. We were expecting a better way of managing the situation. There's nothing wrong in consensus or candidates. There's nothing wrong in dialogue. There's nothing wrong in conversation. That is all to bring peace, but it should be done appropriately. I think that's what everybody is angry about. It's not about the choice of the person. It's based on the principle and approach, you know. It wasn't really looking good. The chairman escaped, somebody disappeared. That's very unprofessional. I think, but again, we are growing. You know, globally, Rome wasn't built in a day. Our democracy is growing. We protested it, and I'm sure Mr. President called it embarrassment. He wasn't happy with it as well. He believed things could have been done in a better way. Like we said, personally, if not for Mr. President, I wouldn't even contest. Because I believe that you can't strive where there is no enabling environment. And I know him as a person and what he has gone through, which he wants to correct in Nigeria. So that's what gives me confidence that there will be fair treatment of everyone. So, and when he came into the matter, he resolved it very smartly, very professionally. The first thing we look at is regionalization, zoning formula. My zone, for example, Ife-Ijesha is the east, which Aregbe Shola has done 8 years. The other zone is the central, where Baba Konde came from, which is also served as the governor of the state. Then the west. So that APC hasn't zoned into there is nobody from the west senatorial district. But at the same time, my own argument is, what about Ife agenda, you know? Because Ife has a peculiar case as well, you know? They are unique people of their own, and they have also been agitating that Ife should also be a governor. But I raised also this with the Mr. President, despite the fact that we are talking about zoning to west, and he promised that, look, we are all from Ife, and I will always protect the interest of Ife. If it is now Ife's turn, trust me, I would have said yes. But now let's look at the west so that there will be geographical spread, the distribution of power to every region.
You know, but quickly, just to follow through, with what you've been saying, like it's something that we call a show of shame, what we saw happened. But for you, when we had an interview with you, you were very optimistic. You know, you were, really talking about the things you would do and all of that. Do you think this is going to happen again? You know, we've seen that the president intervened. You know, we're happy that he intervened and it calmed down. But do you think there's still some tension, quickly before Biodun goes, there's still some tension brewing among you all?
No, I don't think there's any tension. And if I want to do something, I don't have to be a governor to do it. I can promise you I will still do it. It's all about our society. Like I said, my interest is not really to be the best or the most popular politician. It's for development of my country, because we just have to improve. We just have to be better. And I feel that I will be happy to work with people in the aim of affairs. Then also I have quite a large number of projects at the federal and national level that I'm doing, which is also about impacting Nigeria. So I will also continue with that. So I didn't see that this will make much difference to me in terms of my own objective for national development.
All right.
But I'm sure you have already hinted at issues around zoning and equity. Because it's quite obvious that nobody from the West has been able to be the governor of the state till today. And we've always had either central or the East.
Yes.
The East, because of population, central, Oshogbo has more population than any other place. So it's quite understandable. But don't you think that in the spirit of equity, you may not necessarily agree with how they got there in terms of the processes, but the decision itself on the choice of candidate is based on ensuring equity within that state?
Yes, I agree with that. And that's why...
You agree with the decision?
Yeah, no, of course. When President explained that, we raised issues, we raised concern, and...
What were some of the concerns?
The concerns was actually, like I said, it was the process. You see, initially, in fairness to all the aspirants, we've already agreed that the leaders should give us justification and, proposal what they're going to be doing. So, and at that, nobody was even willing to go and buy a form until that happens. But they couldn't come up with any proposal. You understand? And at the end of the day, everybody have to go on their own to go and, apply for buying the forms for the nomination and the expression of interest form. So we have no objection to that. Mr. President said it, and he's the father. You know him, and I think you guys know him. So you will love him when you meet him, and he make it very clear, and he has the role. He would have not even gotten to him if things has been done properly initially. But again, like I said, for me, I think it's a good development will happen. It's not about the problem that you look at, but what that problem could correct in the future. I think what happened is shows that democracy is growing, people have their voice heard, and the attention was given. I would look at it from the outcome of that situation, and I think it's very good for the democracy process.
But others would disagree with you on the basis of the fact that you said democracy is growing. Because if truly it's democracy, then you guys ought to have slugged it out, here in the primaries, rather than 8 of you meeting with the president, and then, signing, a consensus candidate, like agreeing to a consensus candidate, Abiodun Oyebamiji. Some of you who were with the president were Benedict Olugboyega, Dotun, Babayemi, Akin, Ogunbiyi, Babajide Omoworare, and so on and so forth. But some believe that you probably must have been coerced into supporting that candidate, that consensus candidate who had emerged, in the APC primaries, and they are afraid that we might begin to see factionalization within the party, so much so that others might defect, which has happened before, others might defect into other political parties to run based on their aspiration, because you were here full of life.
Yes, exactly.
And I can't do it. I just can't do it. Who else? She asked you.
Yes, so that's why I'm very surprised as well.
But that should give you understanding that I can't be coerced into making a decision. I have my mind, I'm not doing this because of money or anything. I'm doing it because I want to better as a country. The issue of consensus is global. It's not Nigerian thing. The issue of geographical spread is global. You're just talking about, Erufai said the president should go to the south. That's at the national level.
Until 2031.
Exactly. So if somebody explained to me that, gentleman, it's only when I want to be overambitious, I would say, I don't care if it's zoning, if it's consensus, if it's this, all I want is about me. I would just want to, why should only be one person? But what I'm saying, and that does not stop me that I can't be a governor in the future.
Yeah.
It's just that it's not the turn of my zone yet.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But why we're saying this is, I think like why he asked that question is because the president had to come in for you all to agree with this. You didn't agree with it by yourselves. Probably if by yourselves you agreed with it, we'll know that, it's, you agree with it. But the president had to come in, have a meeting, and, you all agreed.
Okay.
So that's why the speculation, so you cannot blame us for those speculations.
Yes, because president has more experience and capacity to handle issues. That's what you're saying there.
Yeah.
This same opportunity was given to some leaders before who could have done the same thing president did. But I believe that due to capacity issue, they don't know how to approach it. When president's case, it's not because it's a precedent. That's what happened. Even if it's still not a precedent, it will have done the same thing by saying, guys, okay, because we all got involved. It's not like, okay, this is zoning. Everybody has to present their case. And he presented his case and his own argument. And at the end, I was the first person to say, okay, if that is the decision, what about the other factors like this, like this, like this? And he agreed that, okay, I want my own region. As much as I want the state to succeed, the nation to succeed, also my immediate community, Ife is very critical to me. Development of Ife is very critical. The participation of Ife is also very critical to me. So he understands that. And he promised me that I will always protect the interest of your constituency that you are worried about. So what else do you want to do?
There is quickly another question that I'll just throw to you here. At the end of the day, we see a sitting governor, Adeleke has moved from the PDP to Accord Party. We're just discussing about it that right now, they're still having some problems in Accord and all. What's your take on it? Because having your governor leaving his political party that elected him to be governor to another political party.
For me, I just believe Adeleke is unfortunate. And I felt that maybe he's destined to stay one term. Like I also said the last time that no matter what we say here, if it is God's time also, we also have to calculate because many things.
But why do you think it's unfortunate? Because he left the PDP?
Now, look at the issue that I had in PDP. Why he won't be able to use the PDP. Internal party issues with court cases. And he's afraid that if this group goes to court and win, that means it's nullified the nomination of this. So he went to a court, the same thing, faction of the political party. I just believe that certain things happen naturally. And for me, if I'm in a situation, I will just concentrate on the remaining time that I have. Use whatever that is and agree with the outcome. Because obviously, you see, people are talking about one party system, but we just have to be realistic here. No APC is funding one party system. And I can assure you that, like I said, president will not want one party system. Look, this is a president that even giving people that insulted him appointment. I don't think why people are not looking at that to understand his nature. People that embarrassed him, he gave them appointment. You saw Rino Mokore, you saw Minister of Communication, and so many other guys in this government. They don't even participate in politics. The point is, I can't protect your interest if you don't protect it yourself. Go to PDP, Bala, Sheyi, governor of your state, they want to be the leader. Some old leader are angry that why do you come from nowhere because you are governor? Your house is not in order. I want to help you to put your house in order. You saw the ADC. They came together and they want to fight someone. How do you create a political structure because you want to fight one person? And he begins to dress. Look at how Rotimi Amechi dressed in like a imam. Those are crazy things. I mean, politicians. So how do you want me to take you serious? Right. So people that are serious will not just look at you as a jester. So if I'm now a governor, and I saw that this party, when they have crisis, they resolve it. When anything happens, the president, their leader resolve it, and it's moving. So I will stay there. I wouldn't stay where there are jesters dressing and somebody wants to be leader overnight. Why do you want to be a leader overnight? There's a structure. There are leaders who have been running. Again, what is the business of the governor in the political party operations? There should be a division of power. There should be party, and there should be government.
That's right.
So when governor is almighty.
Yeah.
And you think I don't need anything from the governor, so I wouldn't want to stay such an environment.
Yeah.
I want to be where there is a due process, where there is a democratic system. So the point is that APC is gaining ground based on the fact that they are still the only political party right now that has the foundation.
Because they're in power.
That's what I was about to say. People will argue because they are in power.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe in the future, but when Obasanjo was president too, and there was really PDP, was PDP not moving fast then too? I think it's all about the leadership, everything boils on the leadership. So I think that as long as of today, and you can see the consistency of AD, ACN and stuff like that. Consistency of Ashuaju when it comes, he's a party man somehow. He loves political. So I think that reflects in the APC right now.
From what you're saying, do you really think, because I'm beginning to see one thing, clearly the way parties are managing their crises are different.
Correct.
It seems in Osun State today, APC has been able to manage what potentially would have been a crisis. Compared to how others are managing their issues, and which, in my view, exactly explain what happened to PDP till today. And then they're now crying one risk of one party or state or one thing or the other. Now, are you so confident, based on your own observation and your experience and the interventions, from the president, are you so confident that virtually all the leaders of APC will throw their weight behind Oyebamiji, who in any case, we all know is a seasoned banker, he's been in charge of investment, Osun State investment, and was also a commissioner for finance.
Former NEWA boss as well.
Yeah, and former NEWA boss. Are you confident that everybody will rally around him?
See, I'm very confident. Number one, this is a win-win for everyone.
Okay.
There's nobody, unless you don't want to agree. And if Oyebamiji is a governor, he won't be the senator.
Yes.
If he's the senator, he won't be the deputy governor. If he's the deputy governor, he won't be the House of Reps. There are so many other positions that he will be geographically, distributed to other people too as well. So there is no point of anybody getting angry. It's what you may not be able to be a governor now, but you can still be something else as well. So why do you want to, because of that, destroy the party? I know people are aggrieved based on the approach. And that is purely parties, I think it's about capacity issue. I think that's human capacity issue. And the president described that as disgraced. And the party chairman party chairman is involved and he rectified it, and don't forget that this also is not really main organ of the party. These are committees. These are not, these are not executives of the party. They are independent committees. That's what I use. So I'm not saying there might not be one or two people involved in this poorly managed situation. But generally, the chairman of the party also felt it. And he quickly, put up intervention. And we spoke. He called me. We discussed it. And we also even worked together to approach other aggrieved aspirants, which I get involved by making sure that, look, come, let's forget about this. Let's resolve this. Right. So, look, when PDP had issue with Wike during Atiku's election, that legislation, if such mediation was introduced in PDP, Wike might still be loyal to them. But because you say, what can you do? And it tells you, I can do a lot. That is what you see today. So you must be able to, crisis management is a big course in university.
Very,
so
very
you must be able to manage your crisis. But if they tell me, what can you do? I will have done a lot.
All right, Mr.
I will have done a lot. Maybe I will see CNN by now.
we see that, based on what you have made us to understand, is that all of the aggrieved parties are now on the same page. At least, if not all, majority of them are on the same page. Because I won't say exactly where Omisore stands. I don't know. You don't know his mind as well. But in all of this, you have your own supporters. Omisore has his own supporters. Oyebamiji has his own supporters. Mention all of the other aspirants. They also have their supporters who are looking forward to their candidate to emerge as the aspirant. As a candidate of the party. Do you think the supporters, the electorate, will be happy to join forces together and rally behind the consensus candidates? Or will they feel, because Adeleke is popular, whether we like it or not, in Osun State. I don't know, you may not agree with that. Some of them might feel, okay, I'm not just satisfied, I just wanted you to be the candidate of the party. So I would rather vote for another person, or probably, rescind to voter apathy.
Okay, I'll answer two things now. Well, Adeleke is popular but disorganized. According to your popularity, I've said that severally. Popular based on what? What popularity? As an entertainer, yes, I agree with you. But as a performer, no. Okay. Then two is
but he's also popular as a governor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I attack the popularity to the entertainment, which I give that to him. Yes, it's a good strategy.
Are you not oversimplifying
yes, but
his
that would
role
not
as a
be.
governor?
That means you're making us feel like his role as a governor. He's not supposed to be dancing. His role is not just a dancing person. He's a governor.
Yeah, but I didn't say that. I said entertainment.
Well, entertainment, it all goes together.
So you can translate that. But currently it's disorganized. You know that.
You're telling me.
We just talk about accord and stuff like that. Moving to one party, party within 3 months. I think
he's not even the only one. There's a Labour Party. There is the
the serious participants in this election. Regarding the followers, I mean the supporters. Well, I'm going to tell you this part. I came from Ife yesterday. From my own constituency, I've called a meeting that look. Let's forget about this. I actually spoke to the Ambo's campaign team leader in Ife on the phone, and I asked my team to reach out to the others. We're going to come together, and I'm sure we're going to have a party, and we're going to unite, and we're going to forget about the past, and we're going to work together to make sure that we win the next election. And most importantly, I also have program. I've mentioned a few times. I have Next Gen in Oshu, which is now introduced to all universities in the South. I'm passionate about that, teaching young ones on becoming the agent of change and also influencer in their community. And I also have another one I'm sponsoring called Women Rising Movement, also supporting women. I'm doing microfinance for them. I'm also introducing that to all marketplaces in the South. These are measures I'm putting together to make sure that we communicate very well, most importantly for Mr. President. So for me, I can't live in a divided house. They all have to
collapsing your structure.
Correct. They all have to come together. And also this will be used in Oshu, because again, don't forget, politicians, all those things we're doing, we are just 10% of the population. When it comes to general election, the deciders, the people that decide the elections, 90% of them they are not partisan. They are not involved in any political party. So they're going to be deciding based on conviction, based on policies, based on achievement, based on the principle. Right. So there must be mechanism to reach out to those ones, which they are the most important, they are the major. And Oshu has about 67% population of youth, even Nigeria as a whole. So there must be a structure in place. So for me, it is important that in Ife and Oshu, we all collapse our structures, become one, and South, as South is concerned, we have this Women Rising and the Next Gen working together as an influencer. They are going to be Jehovah's Witness, selling what the president is doing.
But let's talk about this quickly. A lot of youths in Osun State will say that they love Adeleke because he has done a lot for them. Contrary to what you've said, they will give you so many reasons of him helping different people, like how he picked a lady on the road and made her a cook, like he has been there for the youths. They will argue with you, and this is not me saying that. Now we're talking about Mr. Biodun. How do you think that Mr. Biodun, how do you think that he will be able to stand with Adeleke? Because now the youth will say that, we already know this person has been there, we've seen what he has done, just let him continue. Do you think that, he's going to suffer a bit, to get the love of them?
Excuse me, Adeleke is a governor. He uses public funds to pick a girl on the streets and I'm not using public funds. I have 50 young people in my scholarship in the last 5 years in the States.
Remember, he also said he was paying.
So what I'm saying is that is nothing. If I can do 50 scholarship in the last 5 years for people, in the education, and as of last year, I bought 15 million naira bars donated to a disability foundation who those children could not go to school because there's no transportation. So just an individual. So when you are now using that for a government to say, I pick somebody on the street, for me is completely insignificant.
Yes.
Completely out of
But what I'm even asking is for Mr. Oyebanji. I'm asking for him and Adeleke standing together. How do you think it's going to be?
Oyebanji, me or anybody, we are one. So not only Oyebanji you are going to talk about, you're also going to talk about everybody involved right now.
That's right. I'm saying people will say, we know Adeleke, we've seen what he has done. Let him continue. You're not thinking that way?
The youths.
Yeah.
Look, the fact of the matter is that the youth of Oshu, we assess or enjoy or support Adeleke based on one fact: entertainment. No, don't let us do that.
Because of the Davido factor.
Exactly, that's also a factor. Okay.
Importantly, also, because I know Osun politics relatively very well. Like for 8 years, I was somehow involved.
Well,
we should not forget the fact that most of the youths in the urban centers are the one embracing the theatrics.
Yes.
Unlike in the rural areas, where you have real challenges of communicating with people, at times government is totally disconnected with those who are living in the rural areas. So
and I want to say something. I want to say something. The same youth, quickly,
Very quickly.
The next gen, my own youth group, the next gen, they are over 10,000 right now. They go every weekend to clean their community with their shirt and dress. Now, I package food for them every month to identify people in their community who don't have or children, and they are distributing that. So when it comes to the real people that will decide, let's wait till then.
All right, let's wait till then. That's a good place to leave the conversation. Thank you so much. This was very heated. I wish we could go on and on, but we have to close here. Once again, thanks for joining us on the show this morning. Well, still ahead on TVC Breakfast, with new ambassadors taking charge, attention turns to the diplomatic tasks ahead and what they mean for foreign relations. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.